All right, good morning, almost afternoon from the National Weather Service in Raleigh, North Carolina. My name is Aaron, and I will be providing the briefing for everyone this morning. The briefing will be covering the period from Monday, that's today, the 2nd of 2023. I made sure to change that this morning, all the way through January 8th, Sunday. All right, let's take a look and see what happened this morning. We had some pretty widespread, fairly dense fog across almost all of central North Carolina this morning. And you can kind of see it in this loop here over all of, basically almost all of North Carolina even, minus some areas up across the north and east where it was a little bit more localized. But we had some pretty widespread, very dense conditions this morning. And we may see something fairly similar tomorrow morning, maybe more isolated or in the central North Carolina or into the eastern coastal plain area. All right, for the upcoming weather pattern for North Carolina. So for today, up in this upper left-hand panel, you can see that we mostly have pretty broad high pressure kind of hanging out across most of the eastern United States area with a low pressure system developing in the central plains and with a severe threat down across the eastern Texas, northern Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma kind of area for today. And over top of us for today, we will be remaining quite dry as we'll be still under the influence of that high pressure there. Moving a little bit ahead into Wednesday, that low pressure system that was in the central plains will move up into the Great Lakes kind of region, and we'll have a band of rain, maybe some isolated thunderstorms as well. That'll be moving into eastern North Carolina or eastern the United States into western North Carolina, where we'll have mostly widespread rain conditions out ahead of that cold front. And then the front will be moving through central North Carolina Wednesday night into Thursday. And you can see that low pressure system kind of off the coast here, off the coast of New Jersey, and high pressure, weak high pressure kind of building in behind that, and then becoming more widespread high pressure conditions kind of filling in across the eastern United States heading into the weekend. There is this potential for a little smaller low pressure system, lower confidence on that, given that it's farther out in the time frame there. But currently, we're not expecting any impacts with that. As for precipitation, today up in the upper left here, you can see that we will be very much remaining on the dry end today, and then even Tuesday, this rain you see in the upper middle panel here, this will mostly be moving in Tuesday evening, Tuesday night. So most of Tuesday will actually still remain dry, but we'll have lingering low fog and overcast conditions with increasing high clouds as well. So it should be a pretty cloudy day on Tuesday, but most of Tuesday should remain dry. And then the rain will be moving in Tuesday night into Wednesday, and those widespread rain conditions, pardon the phone ringing there, but we'll have mostly widespread rain conditions and even some thunderstorms as well on Wednesday. And you can kind of see this area highlighted in like the darker blue. That's right around 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, with maybe some embedded upper closer to an inch totals in there. And that'll mostly be confined to where we have storms, some of the deeper convection producing some heavier rainfall. So wherever that develops, we'll most likely see some higher rain totals within those locations. Currently expecting it to mainly be along and east of maybe the US 1 corridor. And then moving into Thursday, that band of rain will be moving well offshore Thursday, and will bring in more drier conditions Thursday into Friday. And then you can see the 5-day total here, all of that mostly confined within the Tuesday night into Wednesday timeframe. High totals of maybe an inch across like the western North Carolina region. That'll be the area where you have more prolonged rain from Tuesday night, and then again on Wednesday morning into the afternoon hours. So that's why you see higher rain totals of maybe an inch west of Greensboro, and then that other band from like Fayetteville up to like Rocky Mount, where more convective storms will be possible and the higher rainfall totals there. So why I kind of highlighted that a little bit is this is the drought outlook from Thursday, this most recent Thursday. Where we'll see those convective storms, maybe that will be able to put a dent in some of these drought conditions. As you can see over here in the highlighted yellow area, the current area of the D0, which is this column with my cursor over top of it, was slightly reduced from last week. That was most likely due to some better rainfall that had moved in up across like the northern coastal plain, the northeast Piedmont kind of area, where we had a little bit of D0 up there, and that was removed from that. But this area that has been in the drought conditions for a few weeks now, maybe even going on a couple months, has really missed out on a lot of the beneficial rain that farther to the north and west has benefited from. You can see that here in the percent normal rainfall from December. This was the rainfall that I was talking about here up across like central portions of central North Carolina and to the northeast Piedmont, maybe even leaking down into the sandhills here. But across the southern plain, the southern sandhills, and then the coastal plain has really been missing out on a lot of that beneficial rain there. So hopefully we can get something in those regions starting on Wednesday. So we do have widespread rain conditions expected, but we're not thinking that any of that will be leading to any flash flooding potential. You can see up across like western North Carolina and towards the mountainous regions, they do have marginal and slight risks out there. But as for central North Carolina now, those are not expected at this time. And I hinted at it a little bit. You can see here the days 1 through 8 from the Storm Prediction Center. Today, remaining dry. And then Tuesday, again, this is more confined to Tuesday night time frame with the chance of thunder kind of leaking into the western portions of central North Carolina or western North Carolina, just west of the triangle. And then that area will continue to move east and bring a chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Strong to severe thunderstorms possible, highlighted in this marginal level 1 through 5 outlook area stretching over most of central North Carolina. The main threat will most likely be damaging wind gusts, but an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. So we'll be very cognizant about that on Wednesday. And then looking a little bit farther out, you can see we're high and dry for the foreseeable future out through Monday. And then looking at a little bit farther, the 8 to 14 day outlook courtesy of the Climate Prediction Center. So this time frame will be highlighting the 9th through the 15th, or the 8th through the 15th, kind of in that time frame. And the Climate Prediction Center is highlighting a 40 to 50% above normal temperatures for that region, or for our region here. And to give you a little bit of context, the average temperature throughout the period from the 8th through the 15th, that average temperature across that whole time frame, the average maximum temperature is around 50 degrees, and the average minimum temperature is about 30 degrees. So 40 to 50% chances of above those temperatures during that time frame. And then similar for the precipitation outlook, 30 to 50% mostly across the area, maybe a little bit better up across like Virginia into the northern middle Atlantic. But the same time frame, the normal amount of rainfall for Raleigh, North Carolina throughout that time frame between the 9th and the 15th is right around a little under an inch. So maybe in that time frame expecting the potential for around those totals. All right, and that's all I have for y'all today. Just a quick highlight, the weather summary here for you guys. High pressure will be building in or keeping the eastern US conditions dry today into most of Tuesday. And then our cold front will be approaching on from the west on Tuesday night into Wednesday. And then the front will be moving through central North Carolina Wednesday night into Thursday. And that's when strong to severe thunderstorms will be possible across central North Carolina. Again, mainly damaging winds and isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. And then the low pressure will move offshore and high pressure will build in behind that. And highlighted it a little bit in the beginning, but another episode of areas of dense fog should be expected to redevelop tonight into Tuesday morning. So you may wake up to another foggy morning. So be careful when you are out and about tomorrow as well. And thank you guys so much for joining. I will go ahead and end the webinar here.